Hello, and this is if every NBA team made the tourney bracket fight. So we're gonna put every NBA team, as you can see, against each other in a college basketball like tournament. So let's get started. Lakers are a bye, of course. They were well, they deserve it. Nothing really. Wizards and New Orleans. New Orleans, young team. Wizards. They got Westbrook, Beal, and Hachimura. New Orleans, they have Lonzo, Zion, and Ingram. For this, yeah, but they don't have Drew anymore. I think I'll go Wizards. Just because New Orleans are a younger team and Wizards have two All-Stars. Miami Heat and Orlando. Miami Heat will kill the Magic. Raptors will kill Detroit. Hornets with LaMelo versus Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid without the giant contract of Al Horford and with the help of Dwight Howard. So yeah, obviously. But one day I think the Hornets will beat the 76ers. Grizzlies right now, OKC has no good players because they traded them all way for all picks, but in the future, I'm pretty sure Memphis will beat OKC. Hawks and Portland. Hawks have a good team right now. Can they beat Portland? Yeah, pretty much, because it's pretty much Damian Lillard and McCollum versus five good all not all-star. Five good Hawk starters, so I'll go the Hawks for just this time. Mavericks will kill the Knicks. Of course, Milwaukee will go by. I think the Celtics will beat them. Denver beat the Kings, of course. Rockets and Suns. The Rockets do have a center now, so they're not all small ball. Suns have Chris Paul and Book, but they traded him. They traded all their depth for Chris Paul. And the Rockets have experience, so I'll go with the Rockets for this one. Brooklyn will kill Chicago. I think the Spurs, even though they don't have that much 3-point shooting, can still beat Minnesota. The Jazz, Warriors, Clay is injured. D'Lo isn't what he used to be in Brooklyn. Let's see what else. Draymond is what he used to be. It's kind of obvious now. Jazz, Spider Mitchell is in his prime. Gobert is still blocking well. I'll just go with the Jazz. Maybe when Clay comes back, then I'll go with the Warriors. Clippers, kill Cavs. Oh, and this is random, by the way, not by conference. So, yeah. Lakers obviously win. The Heat obviously has more depth now since Ibaka and Gasol are gone. So they win that. 76ers and I don't really want this. The 76ers really make it far, don't they? Wow. Okay. Now, Mavericks. This is actually a good match. They're Luka and Trey were traded for each other. So this is gonna be interesting. Trey has what he needs now, and Luka still can't finish games. And Trey Young has CP3 to do that for him now. But Luka's playoff experience. And Trey has a better 5-man starting lineup. So let's see. Kristaps, also Kristaps and Luka or Trae Young, Chris Paul, and three other men. I'm going there. Trae. Obviously, them. Milwaukee may have Drew Holiday, but let's look who you have. You have Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum. You have Daniel Tice. You have Marcus Smart. And when he shot, when he when he comes back from injury, I'm sure Kemba will be okay. So yeah, sure they'll beat the Bucks. By the time they probably face in the playoffs, if they do, I'm sure Kemba will be back anyway. Rockets in Denver, interesting match. Denver. Uh, Rockets. Bill. Actually, wait. No, not. That doesn't count. How they routine. Nah, never mind. I think Suns will actually win this one. Because I forgot John Wall just came back from injury. So they're not really sure how he's doing. Usually people come back from injury aren't 100%. So I'll choose Suns, then CP3 and Booker versus Jamal and Jokic. I think Booker deserves a win. But Denver's experience. So yeah. Nets versus Spurs. Despite Kyrie being injury prone and Durant just coming back from injury, I think they'll still take it since they have more depth really. And once you keep DeMar and LaMarcus away from the mid range, they can really shoot from far back. And Lamar isn't really the young player he used to be, so he's getting old. So yeah, Jazz and Clippers. Jazz have Mitchell and Gobert. Clippers have Pandemic P and Kawhi. They lost Montrez. And almost lost Lou Williams, I think. And, and they're still dysfunctional, so I'm going with the Jazz. Really, you want to vote the Clippers, but they're so dysfunctional. Fuck them. Lakers versus Heat. Finals rematch. I think the Lakers will win again. The Heat lost Jay Crowder, who was essential in the defense last year, but Lakers lost Howard and Green, but they got back Montrezl Harrell as a replacement who's actually a better player than Green. And they got Marc Gasol, who can play as a center alongside LeBron and Anthony Davis. C76, just fuck it. I think CP3 will bring them far. I mean, not CP3. I think Trey will bring them far with the 5 man. Actually, no. Just for once. Maybe Doc Rivers can make it past the second round? Okay, wait. First round, second. Yeah, it's the second round. It's still good. Still good. Actually, this is the third round. Should they make it past? Actually, they already passed it, so. And considering if Embiid doesn't get injured or Simmons doesn't get injured by this point, it's a sure lock anyway. And of course, you already know the answer. Lakers will win anyway. And this one, Celtics are too deep. I think the Jazz are better this year. If Durant can come back, then maybe this. If he's not back to normal, then if it's the same Nets as last year, then really this. Oh, this is a really easy lower bracket. If only the Clippers weren't so dysfunctional, they'd be here. Celtics and Jazz. So, Celtics are just too deep. And the Lakers. Actually, this is a fight for the most championships. Celtics and the Lakers are now tied in the number of championships. So this finals will decide who will win the most championship, who will set the record. So yeah, I think the Lakers can still manage to defend their title. And yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Peace.